The Murderbot Diaries, written by Keith LaCabe. Episode 1, Condition Red. Display screen POV, unknown. A display screen flickers to life, showing static and a broken signal. It flickers out. Darkness. Then, the whirling of high-end electronics can be heard as the display screen flickers to life again. This time, we see lines of code running. A program is loading. System name, Secunit, Murderbot. Then, acquiring inputs flashes on and off. Then, hub feed acquired. Inputs acquired. Reinitializing. It goes dark for half a second. Then, the display screen comes fully to life. Murderbot POV, MedSuite. We can sort of see and hear now. Incoherent, heated conversation is heard as several cam views come online. Angle on. A single humanoid body lies still on a medical bed. Obvious signs of trauma can be seen. Blood and fluid stain the humanoid, the treatment table, and floor. Interior, preservational habitat. MedSuite, day. We are in the medical bay of a temporary habitat on a distant planet. The MedSuite is futuristic compared to present-day ER rooms. Several small drones float silently around the room, each housing a small camera that we will soon recognize as the source of the cam views appearing on the display screen.
I shouldn't be waking up. I hope they hadn't been stupid about it. Too soft-hearted to kill me. Rio, I didn't point the weapon at my head. I didn't want to kill myself. But there was no other choice.
The patient, Murderbot, lies on the treatment table badly injured. A woman stands close by, mid-40s, light brown skin, aged from experience. She is Dr. Mensah. Her clothes are covered in blood and deep concern settles over her face. Murderbot POV. The cam feed Pip with Mensah comes full screen. She starts to say something but stops herself, biting her lip. Suddenly, like a nightmare, a flurry of violent black and white images flash by. A person in a lab coat is shot with an energy weapon. Then a large projectile hits an unarmed woman in the chest. Next, a man in a lab coat is hit by a blaster bolt. And finally, a large projectile weapon is pointed directly at us and fired. Darkness. Then we see diagnostic initiated, combat override module removed, reinitializing. The display goes dark. Then the now familiar whirling of electronics. Television serial music plays. Fade in. Murderbot POV, survey site, day. A title sequence rolls by. The title, Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon, rolls. Episode 397 rolls. Then, the cast starts to cycle by. Continued title sequence. Several headshots of actors from the serial show go by. The video playback is overlaid on the display screen with a continuous stream of data from inputs and drone cam views and other hub feed information. In several of the drone cam feeds, we see two scientists in matching expeditionary jumpsuits and helmets. The two scientists are busy collecting rock samples. The crater is positioned by a barren stretch of coastal island. Thick green-black grass covers the area, and a stash of equipment boxes can be seen near the crater's edge. Without warning, the ground below one of the scientists erupts, sending rocks and dirt flying. An unknown alien creature roars. The full-screen display of Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon snaps closed as a cam view from the top of the crater comes full screen. Below, at the bottom of the crater, a large alien creature has emerged and grabbed a hold of one of the scientists with its large mouth. The scientist screams, arms flailing and legs pedaling helplessly. Now we are moving at an impossible rate down the crater. The display screen flashes emergency warnings as chaotic verbal responses flood the comm system. Several people can be heard shouting along with an automated voice asking for updates. After several moments of total chaos, one voice shouts down the rest, and we hear,
"We're in the hopper, we're on our way."
Having reached the alien creature, the scientist, Dr. Baradawaj, struggles for her life as a large projectile weapon comes into view. The weapon discharges several times into the mouth of the creature. Stunned, the scientist is pulled free from its mouth as the weapon is seen coming into view again. The weapon discharges several more times. The last shot goes into the top of the creature's mouth. It retreats with a groan, dropping Murderbot in the process. Baradawaj is picked up by something metallic and strong. It is clear she has sustained serious injuries. She is unconscious, and her protective jumpsuit is torn and bloody. The second scientist, Dr. Valescu, comes into view as we approach him. He is petrified, crouching behind a rock. Exterior, survey site crater. Valescu POV. A metallic silver, humanoid-looking figure is coming toward him through the swirling dust. The figure is imposing, cold, menacing-looking, covered in futuristic armor plating including a helmet with an opaque face shield. A killing machine? The figure, Murderbot, missing the armor from its left arm and leaking fluids and blood, carries the bleeding Baradawaj toward the terrified Valescu. Murderbot, POV. Chaotic comm chatter is heard, and emergency warnings continue to flash as we approach Valescu.
Dr. Valescu, you need to come with me now.
Frozen with terror, aka losing his shit, Valescu is staring straight forward, non-responsive. This looks bad. Exterior, survey site crater. Murderbot crouches in front of Valescu, lowers its opaque helmet shield, and reveals a very human face and eyes. The sudden appearance of a pair of compassionate eyes peering out brings Valescu to his senses.
Dr. Valescu, it's gonna be fine, okay? But you need to get up and come help me get Dr. Baradawaj out of here.
Murderbot then turns his good side to Valescu, offering him its uninjured arm to hold on to.
Grab my arm, okay? Hold on.
Valescu takes it as the ground shakes and trembles. Shakily, the three of them make their way back up the side of the crater. Once at the top, Valescu drops to his knees in exhaustion, opening his face shield, gasping for breath.
Dr. Valescu, you must follow me away from the crater's edge.
Valescu does as requested, following Murderbot toward the equipment cases. The sound of an airborne transporter approaching breaks the silence. Like a large drone comprised of 3 compartments, the little hopper comes in fast. Exterior, survey site. Mensah is at the flight controls, bringing the little hopper in aggressively, touching down near the injured survey party. A hatch cycles open, and a ramp extends as 2 people appear. Pin Lee and Dr. Erada jump out to assist.
Dr. Mensah, I can't let go of her suit.
"That's all right. Bring her into the crew cabin."
Checking that Valescu is en route with the others, Murderbot lowers its face shield again, securing the helmet and obscuring its face from the rest of the survey team.